Hello.
Easter's coming again, as it does every year. We did a book in 2010, Christmas Balls, which became very popular. And after that book was released, and after Christmas, people were still so addicted to knitting balls that they asked us to do Easter balls. And so in the end, we decided to do so. This is the French version of our Easter book. And in it, you've got Easter balls, and we also did Easter eggs. They are a little bit more oval looking than the ball. And today we thought we'd go through the chart and show you how you can knit these without a written pattern, just by reading the chart.
And we're making them in wool?
We're making them in wool, but because it's so springy, you could use a cotton yarn, like this one, for example.
You get different sizes depending on which yarn you use.
Or a felt yarn, like this wash and filts it. You could do them in and put them in the washing machine and have them felted. So that's also fun. And you could just bring in a lot of branches and just decorate the house with Easter eggs, or just put them on the table, or on the Easter table when you're going to celebrate with your family.
Outdoors, in the trees.
In the trees.
Everywhere.
Yes. So to start the project, you need to cast on 12 stitches on a double pointed needle and then divide them into 4 needles. So you'll have 3 stitches per needle. If you have an aversion, if you don't like knitting on double pointed needles, you could always do 2 circular needles, then you'd do 6 stitches on each needle, but then you'll need a stitch marker. Or you could do the whole magic loop thing where you'd keep pulling like that if you want to do that with a really long double pointed needle. Do it whatever way you want, but we'll do it on our double pointed needles, which is the way Norwegians usually do it. So you've cast on 12 needles, 12 stitches
on 1 needle, and you split them on 4, so you have 3 on each. Yes. And then you knit around like it's shown on the diagram.
Yes, and I'll explain the diagram carefully.
And then I knit.
And then Arne will be knitting. And then Arne will show you the increases, of course, so that you can see how we do those. And then we'll do the decreases, and in no time you'll have an Easter egg. So this is the chart that you're going to be working on, this particular pattern, and it's already uploaded on our website. So to read the chart, you have to start looking at it from left to right. So you're going in this direction here, going that way. The first 3 stitches that you've got here, those are the cast on stitches. So this here is one double pointed needle. And then you've got 3 more. So this chart is repeated 4 times. What you see here, suddenly you've got 4 stitches. This is the increase. And it's actually, you knit 2, increase 1, and knit 1. And you do that on 4 needles. Then on the next row, you knit those 4 stitches. And again, on the next needle, you knit 1. This is an increase. You knit 2, you increase 1, and you knit 1. So always when you see the chart, always where you have this area here, that's an increase. So this is an increase, this is an increase, and this is an increase.
But since you're at it, you can show the increase.
Okay, I'll show the increase, since I'm talking about it.
This is talking about it.
So basically, we've got 4. So this would be, this is this row here where we've got 4. And now we're going to increase to 6. So you knit 1, increase 1, knit 2, increase 1, and knit 1. So I knit 1. And then to increase, I pick it up from the bottom, from below the stitch that is on the needle. I put that on the needle, and then I knit it from the front, like this. And then we've got 2 more. There you go. And then you increase the last one again, put that on the needle, and knit it. And now people are probably noticing that I don't knit the Norwegian way. I can knit the Norwegian way, but it's easier for me to show you if I knit the English way. So
now I can take over, because now you show.
Yes.
Now it's my turn. This is my knitting.
Okay, sorry.
You can start your own.
So basically that's what you need to do on the increases. When you reach this point here, you see this is an even, these rows are all even. They have the same amount of stitches. They've got 12 stitches. So you just knit these on the round. You keep going for all these rounds here until you reach this point here. And then when you start on the next round, you are going to start decreasing. So we've come to the part where we have knitted all the rounds without increases. And this is so addictive that Arne gave this reluctantly to me, and now he started on a new egg. So I'll just have to finalize this one. So to decrease, you're going to knit one, which is this one here, and then knitting two together will give you that first decrease there. So I knit one like that, and then I pick up 2 stitches from the front like this together at the same time, and then I knit these like that. So then I continue by knitting the whole row until there. So I knit every single one of them. And when I have 3 stitches left, it means that it's time to decrease again. So I take those 2 stitches, take them from the front, and knit them together, and then I knit the last one.
And sometimes when you do the decreasing, if the first stitch is part of the pattern, then you have to go from the back.
But
so you turn the pattern stitch to the front.
But luckily, this is not the case here,
This is
because
not
it's
the
both
case.
yellow lines.
But
so
you look at the pattern, see what
Yes.
happens when you
So remember,
decrease.
here you were increasing, and you were going, you were taking the stitch here and increasing it. Here you're decreasing, so it's the same process. You knit one, and then you knit 2 together, and then you knit 2 together, and you knit 1 at the end. So it's always the same. And then as you can see, you've got 4 rows, so 1, 2, 3. You've got 4 rows where you're knitting 10 stitches, and then again you decrease to 8 stitches on that row here, as you can see. So you knit 1, you knit 2 together, which is this one here, and then you knit all of these, and then when you get to this one, you knit this and this together, and you knit 1. And then you do that for another 4 rows, and it's time to decrease again. Knit 1, knit 2 together, and then you knit this, you knit together with this, and then you knit that one.
So
And then again, you keep going, and then you knit these rows, they all have 8 stitches, and then again, 6 stitches, and then here you knit 1, and then you knit 2 together, and 1. And
so as soon as you understand how the pattern work, you don't have to read anything.
No,
You
it's
just
really
knit from
easy.
the diagram. It's so easy. Should we just finish that one then?
yeah, let's finish this up,
Finish the egg and we'll be back.
and we'll be back because there's more.
There's more to come.
So here is
The first
the ready-made Easter egg, fresh off the needles. As you can see, the decreases here, making it more shaped as an egg than as a ball. And we won't go through the steaming process this time because we've already done it in a Christmas ball episode that we posted a while ago. And you can actually click on the link that you see now and go directly there if you want to see a little bit about the steaming and the stuffing. So Arne is going to take over because we're actually going to embellish the egg with some duplicate stitches on top so that we add a third and actually a 4th color. So while I give this to you, I'll explain
5th
it
color.
quickly. Yes, I will, but I will, 5 colors, you're right, yeah.
We're making embroideries in...
Yeah, I'll explain
green,
it quickly because the chart has now changed. Originally, we had a chart in yellow and red, which was what is now on the egg. And now we've got a little bit of orange, a little bit of green, and a little bit of blue. Now, you could actually knit these rows with these colors, but we have decided that we want to embroider some duplicate stitching on top. And this way you can practice on that as well.
And it's a bit hard to knit it because with so many colors, the yarn is all over.
Yeah, so it will be a very complicated process. So here, we're going to be embroidering, like in this row here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another 4 in orange. And then on the next row, we've got 1 embroidered in orange and 2 embroidered in green, repeated twice. And then on the top here, in the center, there's going to be some baby blue.
Baby blue.
It's perfect for Easter. And then, yeah, and then we'll be embroidering some green around there. So Arne will explain this.
Yes.
And I guess I'll just take over and keep knitting on the...
First I have to finish the egg with steaming and stuffing. So we'll be back. So then I start with the orange. This is a little bit different from the diagram, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You can use any colors.
The orange will be here, and again...
So then I make the sewing on top of the stitches below. And if the stitch you make the embroidery on top of is a little bit strange because it was increased stitch, you just don't care. You just make a new one on top. So this is a nice way to add more colors to your egg.
Yeah, you want your Easter eggs to pop. Of course. And in Norway we have a lot of snow, so we can, you know, decorate them outdoors and then they will pop in all that white snow, which is a traditional Norwegian kind of winter,
and it's,
Easter.
It's nice to have a lot of colors in your house for Easter.
Yeah, kind of bring spring from the outside to the inside, if you want to decorate indoors.
So, and we always steam the egg before we fill it because it's easier to make the duplicate stitch.
Yeah, the stitches
when
they will become more even.
More even. But of course they will pop a little more out than the knitted ones, but it's nice.
And as Arne embroiders, I was just thinking, if you use a feltable yarn, you could actually do the duplicate stitch embroidery on top of the knitting. Pop that in the washing machine the way that we did with the slippers a couple of videos ago. Pop that in the washing machine, and then when you take it out, you will have this beautiful felted Easter egg where the embroidery on top will be really nice and pop as well. The colors will pop. These, the ones that we've done here, we've actually knitted them so they're not embroidered with duplicate stitch, and they've been in the washing machine, and when they came out, you can still see the colors, and but they do fade a little bit more into each other, which the duplicate stitch won't. So it's highly recommended. This one, we should have done it that way. We should have knitted it and then embroidered the purple, and then it would have been gorgeous.
I think that's nice too.
But this is nice, obviously.
And the duplicate stitch, you can also watch that in the slipper video, if you wonder how we do the duplicate stitch. When you felt your eggs, we recommend that you use this synthetic filling. Is it acrylic?
Yeah, it's acrylic.
Because when you felt it and when it's dried, the acrylic will pop out again, and it makes a very nice feeling to the egg. If you use wool, it can go really bad.
Yeah.
Because if the wool felt too much,
the wool might shrink, and but the acrylic won't. It will work very well.
Pop out again.
So how's the embroidery going, Arne?
So I'm almost there on one side. So you can see.
That's the last stitch.
One more. How it looked before and after.
This is what the egg looked like originally, and with the embroidery now, the egg is looking like this. So, very pretty, very colorful, and the duplicate stitch does give it a little bit of a three-dimensional look that I think is really nice.
I think it's nice. I like it.
And remember, more patterns for Easter eggs are available in our Easter book. In English, Easter Knits. And in Norwegian, it's called Påske hela året. And now, Arne, I think that you should stop knitting. It's time to do some cross-country skiing and, some hot chocolate and do all those things that Norwegians love to do during Easter. So we're going to leave you now, pop on our skis, and off we go.
Okay.
Okay? So, Happy Easter, everybody.
One more.
Okay, one more. And then we're off.
Okay.